continue to follow breaking news this hour. The U.S. Supreme Court is upholding a federal ban on TikTok. The app is set to be banned in the U.S. starting Sunday. Joining us now is Zach Schonfeld. He is outside of the Supreme Courtroom of the Supreme Court this afternoon. He is the courts and legal reporter with our media partners at The Hill. Zach, thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you, Mark.
Hey, was this a surprising decision from the Supreme Court?
Not a whole lot of surprise today, especially after those oral arguments last week. This did appear to be where the court was heading, but still a momentous decision nonetheless. The Supreme Court today unanimously upholding this federal law that requires TikTok to, as of Sunday, face a nationwide ban. That is, unless its Chinese-based parent company, ByteDance, divests. TikTok, for months, had been hoping that this day would not come. They have been challenging this law that was passed by bipartisan majorities in Congress and then signed into law last April by President Biden. TikTok brought this case all the way to the nation's highest court, hoping that the justices would intervene and declare that this law violates the free speech rights not only of TikTok itself, but also several individual creators who have also sued over this law. But the Supreme Court, all 9 justices today, rejecting that argument. Instead, siding with the Biden administration, which had cited national security concerns. In particular, the administration had pointed to concerns that the Chinese government may be able to access the data from the more than 170 million U.S. users on TikTok, or that the government might be able to covertly manipulate TikTok's content algorithm. So the bottom line of the Supreme Court's decision, they will not step in here and save TikTok. This ban is set to go into effect on Sunday.
All right, Zach, what does this mean for users?
Yeah, so if you do not have TikTok downloaded already, as of Sunday, this law would prevent providers like Apple and Google, those app stores, from allowing users to either download TikTok. Apple would also be prohibited from allowing users to update the app. So you couldn't download it if you don't have it already. Now, if you already are one of those 170 million Americans who has TikTok on your phone, it's not necessarily just going to disappear on Sunday. If you have it downloaded, there's a potential for it to stay, but TikTok has been arguing that it will effectively have to go dark and cease all of its U.S. operations. So certainly here, a major loss for TikTok as they claim at least that their operations here in the U.S. are effectively dead now.
Zach, a lot of conversation about a sale. Do you think that we could see it before the deadline? Also, President Trump said that he'll try and intervene on Monday when he officially is sworn in.
Yeah, I mean, all along, TikTok and ByteDance have been saying that divestment is just not a feasible scenario. So at least as of right now, there's no sale on the horizon. And, here we are just 2 days out from when this ban goes into effect. I do think it's important to note, though, that even if this ban does go into effect on Sunday, TikTok temporarily becomes unavailable. It's not irreversible. TikTok still down the road, if there is a sale, could then return to normal operations in the U.S. So we could see some changes down the road. But also, this is all happening in the backdrop of a changing administration, with Donald Trump now set to take office on Monday. He has expressed a lot of sympathy with TikTok after using it during his successful presidential campaign. The president-elect has reacted to this ruling on Truth Social this morning, writing that stay tuned and that he will be looking into this. We've heard from Trump and his lawyers saying that he's looking to negotiate a deal that can somehow save the platform. So certainly Trump taking a close look at this, too, as he gets inaugurated on Monday.
Zach Schonfeld, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.